I'm so excited to continue my 30-minute Made with Marabu art projects, and today I'm featuring alcohol ink. I've got 4 projects to show you, and the best part about these projects is that you can make each one in under 30 minutes. Today I'm going to be using a selection of my favorite colors of Marabu alcohol ink, and some of my favorites are the brand new neon colors. They are fluorescent under black light. I can't wait for you to check out the project I'm going to make with them. Alright, so today we are going to be making shrink art keychains with shrink film by our friends at Graphics, and we're also going to be doing 4 abstract matching canvases. I'm going to be showing you how to make tumblers, and then we're going to be using photo paper to create artwork that's neon fluorescent. All right, let's get started. To get started on our first project, make sure that your surface is covered. I've got my tabletop covered with plastic. I'm also using a crafting tray that I've already kind of gotten dirty, and I use this all the time because it's easy to move my projects around. You also want to make sure that you use a push pin to slightly push in the top of each one of your alcohol jars. That's going to open up the perfect amount for you to get great size drips. So I'm going to start with my Bordeaux, and I'm going to start with 2 small drops at the top, maybe 3. Alcohol ink has a mind of its own. I'm using my straw to blow it around. And then I'm also going to add just a small drop of extender and then work inward as I manipulate and blow my design around. You can also move your sheet around to help you blow in different directions. Once you're satisfied with your design, let it dry for a few minutes, and then we're going to flip it over, and I'm going to write my name in permanent marker on the other side. Go ahead and cut out the shape you want for your keychain. I'm going to keep mine simple and just do a rectangle. And because we want it to be a keychain, make sure that you take a hole punch and punch a hole close to the edge. All right, so I think we're ready to go ahead and bake. Now you want to make sure that you read the package instructions very carefully on the back. It says to typically cook in an oven that's 300 to 330 degrees for 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure that you check because every oven can vary. So I'm going to actually set my timer and check at 1 minute and then go from there. All right, guys, check it out. I loved it so much, I actually made 2. You can see this is the one with the flagged end, and then I did one with the straight end, but it reflects the color and is so cool and unique. All right, so all that's left is I'm gonna pop these on a key ring, and I have my very own personalized alcohol ink keychain. So to get started, I took a sheet of photo paper, and it's glossy, which is really cool how you're going to see how the alcohol ink lays on it. I went ahead and drew and cut out my name. But you can cut out any message or name that you want, and you can really do it in any font. I just did simple block letters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my yellow neon, and I'm just going to add some drops of it across my letters. And you want to keep your letters as flat as possible until you're ready to shift the colors. I'm going to add additional colors to any of the areas that I did not get to keep manipulating my design. Once your letters are dry, use a paper glue to glue them inside a frame to a black piece of cardstock. All right, are you guys ready to see their fluorescent color in the black light? Let's turn off the lights. How cool does that look? I don't know about you, but having this in a basement or even a teen's room is a pretty cool addition. And guess what? Under 30 minutes, made with Marabu alcohol ink. All right, on to our next project. So for our stemless wine glasses, I'm gonna actually use my tumbler spinner to make my life easier. One of the important things is that you wanna make sure that you put some painter's tape or electrical tape around the lip line of your glass because you do not want your alcohol ink to touch anywhere that your lips would touch. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my spinner on at a somewhat slow pace, and then I'm gonna start with one color. So I'm gonna be using my aqua green. I'm also gonna have my extender, and I think I'm gonna stick with one color, but I may add 2, we'll see. So I'm gonna start towards the bottom and start adding in drops. And I'm gonna add these throughout and watch them kind of form a design of their own as our spinner moves around. Once the alcohol ink is dry, make sure that you seal your tumbler. I would recommend using Mod Podge dishwasher safe formula, but to be safe, I still always recommend hand washing. For our last 30-minute art project, we are going to take 4 6x6 stretch canvases, and we're gonna create one design that goes together with our alcohol ink. So I'm gonna actually do a blown effect from the center of each one of these. I'm going to be using my purple as well as my Arctic, and then I also do have my extender to help add that life so it doesn't dry so fast and thin out my color. I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on, and I'm gonna start at the corner of each one of these. So to make my life easier, I'm gonna work on just one at a time, but I'll remember to line them all up as I do the corners. So I'm gonna go ahead and start and do one color per canvas. So I'm gonna start with my purple. I'm gonna have a straw ready to help me. You can also tilt your canvases as well to help with your design. So I'm gonna start at the corner, and I'm gonna add a good amount. I'm gonna go ahead and start by tilting it a little bit so that it starts to move, and then I'm gonna blow. I'm gonna add some more in the corner because I want my design to go all the way to each corner. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of my extender so I can lighten this color as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this for all 3, but just make sure that when you're creating it, you do the right way on each one of the canvases because you want it all to spawn from the center. All right, so my design is done. I love how it turned out. It reminds me of one of those ink blot pieces of art that you look at it and it's like, what do you see? And then it determines your personality. And just like that, we've got 4 30-minute Made with Marabu art projects. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy with how these turned out, from our tumblers to our fluorescent art, our shrink keychains, and even our abstract canvases. These are so fun and easy to do with Marabu Creative USA's alcohol ink. Make sure that you're following Craftbox Girls because we've got more creative 30-minute Made with Marabu art projects coming your way. And check out Marabu Creative USA's website for where you can purchase not only the 14 new alcohol inks, but also all the other colors in the collection. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Happy creating. Bye, guys.